Welcome back to Sutton Bourbon and Smoke. I'm Forrest. This is Taylor. This week, Kevin is sick.
Yeah, we're just rotating who is sick and not in here.
I am not going to catch it, though. I'm determined to dodge it. I'm telling my body it's not going to happen.
And that's really all you have to do, folks. Just tell your body, not happening. I did not do that.
I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Kevin did not do that. Yeah, just dive right in. We're just aimlessly sitting here with Booker's bottles on the table. No, what we've got here today is we've got all 4 of the Booker's expressions for the year. And we're just going to go through, get some tasting notes, give some thoughts on them.
Yeah.
Light review. Just see what happens.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about the first one? I saw you just looked at that.
This is Charlie's batch. This is the first release of 2023. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell that we like this one or not, but there's nothing left in it.
Yep.
So there's just enough for us to get through these pours. The second one here is the Apprentice batch. We did a review on this one this year. I think this is the only one we did a review on.
Yeah, the only one that we did like a single review. This is going to be like a culmination of all of them.
Yeah, and this one we didn't like so much, but I will say as I got a little air in the bottle, I started drinking this one at the house. So.
And I haven't tried it since there's gotten any air in the bottle. I think the first time we reviewed it was maybe the only time I've tried it. So.
Yeah, and it was coming right off the neck. This one did drink a little hot. So.
Yeah.
And these two, which one of these is yours?
The fourth one here. The Storyteller's batch.
Yeah, so this third release is the Mighty Fine batch. This is Kevin's bottle. Man, we found all these bottles here in North Carolina. Really didn't have to do a whole lot of hunting for these.
No, this is just kind of popping up, which has been really nice because there's a lot of things that are, kind of yearly releases or seasonal releases that are much harder to find here, but Booker's has been pretty easy.
Yeah, believe it or not, like I purchased these two at the same time.
Ooh,
from the same store. Nice. They had both batches in there. Cases of them. So
unheard of for most other things around here, at least.
Here in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, let's dive on in.
Yeah, for sure.
This first batch. You said this was Charlie's batch.
Charlie's batch. Now, Kevin, off camera, we put this one in a blind with some other cash strength products, and
how'd it come out?
Killer actually picked this one his top.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, in a blind. So
we got 7 years, 1 month, 8 days.
Yeah.
Very specific, and 126.6 proof. Let's see what we got here. You don't have to forgive me. My nose is in the process of stopping up as we speak, as it does every night this time of year.
Man, so this one's got a little delicate nose, but I'm getting a little honey, some clove. I mean, honestly, it really dark notes, but excellent. I mean, it smells sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells sweet.
It does. I think, from what I remember, at least because we've had 3 and 4 recently, because we just got them and we've been kind of testing them out here and there. I think you mentioned dark notes on this one. I remember the other 2 being maybe a little bit lighter, or having more of like a kind of pastry sort of sweetness to them.
Man, it's really good on the palate. Starts off like a cherry cola for me, and then I get a little peanut finish.
I was thinking like how people used to put like peanuts in glass bottle Coke.
Yeah.
But then with like that splash of cherries. It's like if there was such thing as a glass bottle cherry Coke with some peanuts in there.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, that's real nice. I forgot about it. It's been so long since I've gotten into that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's nice.
Well, I remember the first time we pulled out these Bookers. I know this wasn't your favorite when it comes to flavor profiles.
Yeah, that was that kind of the Jim Beam nuttiness was just not my thing earlier this year.
Right.
As time has gone on, I don't know if it was just force feeding myself that knob pick in Indiana.
That was a good one, man. It really was a good one.
The cigar bar or what, but just something broke through. I picked up my own knob pick, and now we've got this and a couple other things that have, I don't know, just kind of hit home a little bit more for me now.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, this is super nice. Yeah, I mean, I think
honey and clove on the nose.
Yeah.
Peanut, cherry cola.
I was about to say that's
peanut finish, right?
Yeah, I don't want to say it's. I don't want to say it's one dimensional because there's several things that we're tasting here, but those are like the only 3 things. I'm not getting any other like kind of subtleties to it.
Right.
But peanut, cherry, cola, and it's real nice. And I don't think it drinks that 126.6 proof. Like that's a hot proof, but it doesn't drink it.
Yeah, it's actually got a pretty creamy mouthfeel too.
Yeah.
One thing about all these Booker's products today is they will all be between 6 and 8 years. So, because that's how Booker's liked his bourbon. Aged 26 and 8 years. So.
Yeah, and the cool thing with them all too, obviously they come in those really cool boxes with the glass, sliding glass, and they all have.
Of course, none of us kept those because they take up so much space.
I have two of them in my garage that I'm not throwing away yet because they're definitely going to be there for a project. But they all come with like a little card that tells a little bit about the story behind it and why they named it that. And, they're all really cool. So if you grab one, I hang on to the card at least.
Mm-hmm. And I've hung on to the cards as well. Yeah.
So it's super cool. So I remember to buy. This was daggum good.
Yeah. No,
I know this is the Mighty Fine Pour one, but that was a Mighty Fine Pour if you ask me.
Well, man, let's get into this Apprentice batch because, like I say, this one's gotten better since it's opened up. This is...
I was about to say, did we hate on this the first time?
We did. We completely drug this through the mud and ragged on it.
Sorry, folks.
This is 125.5 proof, 7 years, 1 month, and 2 days old. So, man, this is
125 point something proof.
125.5.
So, okay, it's a little bit.
I mean, despite that, I'm not getting a whole lot of ethanol here on the nose, which is kind of what I expected and what I got the first time. I remember getting a little Sharpie,
And maybe it was just a product of the neck pour.
Man, I think it was.
Giving it some time to open.
Yeah, we didn't give it any time to open up. We just cracked the bottle and poured it. That could have been part of the reason why we don't like it.
So we were like, let's get into this.
Man, I'm getting a little grain note on this. It's like a sweet. It's like when you pop open the bag of what's that? Honey Bunches of Oats.
Ooh, hold on now.
Like the cereal, right? And you get that grain coming off of it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm getting on the nose here.
Get some of that.
Yeah. A little cream cheese.
Yeah. Definitely not getting the cream cheese. Don't put it in my head. I'm only thicker cream cheese. I'm just gonna get this in my mouth because my nose is about useless. Again, very creamy mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
This one was kind of punchier on the back end. I think maybe some of the proof came through. I don't know. It was just hitting me a little bit different than the first one did.
Yeah. I got a lot of cinnamon on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, and that's part of the finish. I have that cinnamon on the edges of my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Really creamy mouthfeel, like you said. It's not drying like I thought it would be.
Yeah, and I was thinking I wasn't on the front end of the palate, even in the mid palate, I wasn't getting a ton of like the bean nuttiness that you kind of associate with it. And I was like about to say, is this kind of just like an off palate or off profile pour? But then I started getting it on the back end with that cinnamon.
No, I was gonna say there's a bitter something.
Yeah.
Right there on the end there.
Yeah.
That bitter.
Almost like the peanut shells.
Yes. Yeah.
Almost like peanut shells, not the peanut itself, but the shells, where it does kind of give you that bitter taste when you're in the Texas Roadhouse throwing them on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But then you eat one every once in a while just to see what happens. But yeah, it's there. You cannot escape the bean profile.
This is not as bad as I remember making it out to be.
Absolutely.
The first go round.
Here's where you play like a montage of us just dogging it in the first video.
I would pass. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
$90 is kind of rich for that.
Yeah, I think I'd still pass. It's just beamy enough that I would still pass on that. I think.
For me, it's a pass just because of how potent the bitter pecan.
Couldn't get past that. And I'm sitting here now like, hey, it's not that bad.
No,
it's pretty good.
Nice. Like there's that weird bitter pecan shell,
There's something at the end that's just not quite as pleasing as other things.
Nose on that excellent though. Nose on that is excellent.
I'll take
I like
your
that.
word for it.
I like that.
But I will say, I think as a full and complete pour, if I'm ranking these already, one is ahead currently for me.
Sure.
For me.
Sure. Typically, when I do these, whether it's on camera, off camera, if I know what's in the bottle or what's not in the bottle, in the glass, right? Yeah. I have a bias towards the first thing that I taste. It's something that I got to figure out how to overcome.
I know.
Yeah,
that's true. I think that first one was hitting on a lot of things. The cherry cola kind of thing for me was awesome. I loved it anytime I get that.
Right.
This one had more of like, I don't want to say like standard bourbon notes, but like the cinnamon was there.
It was a little hot.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
It did drink
right?
hot, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a lower proof than the first one.
Right.
And it drank hotter, but still a good pour. No problem with it. It's just a bit hot.
So this is the Mighty Fine Batch.
Mm-hmm.
People are already saying that this is one of the better pours of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know?
absolutely. As far as particularly when the Booker's batches goes, definitely towards the top end of that.
Yeah, 126.6 proof,
same as
7
the first
years. Yep, 1 month and 10 days.
Okay.
So all these, like I say, are going to be between 6 and 8 years.
Yeah.
7 years, 1 month. This
And the
was
fourth one is
7 years, 1 month.
Fourth is the oldest. 7 years, 2 months, 29
Gotcha.
days. Let's see what we got.
Man, so this one's really interesting for me.
I'm just smelling my burp. That's all I can smell right now.
Man, this is I'm getting like a red velvet cake fresh out of the oven. Like there's like a chocolate note there, but it's like cherry too.
I was gonna say I was getting almost like kind of confectionery sugar sweetness.
Yeah, getting a little
Which
frosting
kind of
there.
goes with more of the baking or the frosting kind of stuff.
A little ethanol in the nose there.
Yeah. Maybe the most of any of the three so far.
Wow.
Oh man.
Man, I need some time with this one.
That is.
Yeah.
there's so much going on in like the best way.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
really a mighty fine pour. No, this is super good. There's so much.
That cherry and sweetness comes through on the front end.
A ton. It's almost like I don't want to say like a cherry cobbler or almost cherry pie. Like it's just
it's sweet, right?
this is dessert. Like this is
but
wonderful.
It fades into like a cinnamon peppermint. That's what it's leaving me with there.
I was getting the cinnamon.
And
I
it
could
even
almost
as
see peppermint there.
even as I'm inhaling, after it's gone, like the finish is still gone, like super long finish. You know, a touch of drying on the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
You know, but
There is a minty note there towards the end. I'm getting that. I'm not getting a ton of the nuttiness.
I'm not either.
I would say if any of them are off profile, that one might be it. But in a good
Yeah.
way.
No,
Like
this
it's
is
not, you don't miss it because there's so much else going on. It's really good.
man, that is excellent.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Man, that is excellent.
Fine pour. Look at that.
Gosh. I'm trying to figure out what that is without burning my taste buds out. Holding it in my mouth for so long. Between like that bread, like right after the cherry, but before the mint.
Mm-hmm. You know what this is? It's a great holiday pour.
Mm-hmm.
Like a nice dessert kind of cherry pie. Get some peppermint. You can get just some of that good sugar in there.
I don't know what it is. For those of you guys that have tried this, just let me know below. You know what you guys are getting out of it. Because, like I say, it's super complex. And I can't quite put my finger on what that flavor is. In between that peppermint and like the cherry and then the crust of the pie.
Yeah, I tried getting a little water in on that sip and opening it up a little bit, but I wasn't getting anything else. Sorry to let you down, folks. That's good, though. I just want to get going back to it. It's so good.
No, it is. It's excellent. Excellent pours. That one is my favorite so far. It's super complex. You know, like I say, I'd probably have to spend an hour with this. Just figuring out
Just take it out.
everything that I'm tasting.
Take it out to dinner,
Right.
ask it some questions, really get to know him and his family.
Like you say, and it doesn't even have the best nose.
No.
You know, the nose leaves a little bit to be desired, but I mean, right there on the palate, it just, boom,
Hits
punches you.
hitch.
Punches,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's it definitely is going to be a top half thing right there.
For sure.
I'm excited about that. That's good.
All right, so this is the Storyteller batch.
Yep. 7 years, 2 months, 29 days, coming in at 127.8 proof. So the highest proof by 1.2, and the oldest by, I don't know, days at this point. Not a big deal.
Reset my nose there.
Reset.
Man.
I took a shower too, so that's also.
Getting your nose way on in there.
Yeah.
Not a ton of ethanol like I thought there would be. Especially for something that's hot, right?
Yeah, for it being the highest proof, I mean, you can get way on in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting pecans.
Mm-hmm.
Little pecan pie, if you're nasty.
Yeah, there's a pecan pie note on that. It's like caramel with some nuttiness.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is actually crazy for how high proof that is.
Yeah.
You can get all
I mean, you
in
can get
that
your nose
business.
all the way in there.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you can really get in there where you don't belong, and it's still good. Don't cut that. Don't cut that.
Didn't want to spit that bourbon out.
You should murder.
Okay. Going back in here.
Ooh, like that.
Now, this is back on profile for Bane.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. This is like the bean profile cranked up to that barrel proof offering.
Mm-hmm.
Super good. Super good. I like that.
Honestly, it reminds me a ton of Knob Creek 12. Have you had that recently?
Not recently, but I've had it, and it was a memorable pour because that's a good pour.
Yeah, it's like creamy peanut butter. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not overwhelming.
No.
I wouldn't say it's overly
Not at all.
sweet either. This one honestly is a little bit sweeter than that
Yeah.
Knob Creek 12, but I get like creamy sweet peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like if you just had,
I agree about that.
what's the most processed peanut butter on the market? If you just got like a spoonful of Jif,
Yeah, here's flaming Jif right now. Jif, we're coming for you.
If you got a spoonful of Jif,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you figured out how to make it a little bit sweeter.
Oh yeah, and not the natural kind. Red label, not the
Yes,
brown.
red label.
Brown label is natural. Red label.
Maybe if you had a spoonful of Jif and you dipped it in caramel.
Ooh.
That's-
Low-key want to do that now. Or slathered on some brioche bread.
Yeah.
Nice sweet bread.
Get a little cherry on the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little cherry on the finish. That's good. I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that.
No, anything wrong with that. I will say I don't know if it's a product of us drinking, just 4 of these back to back in a matter of like 20 minutes, but that one feels like it's burning me right here. It could just be the fact that we drink 4 barrel proofs right now.
That one is the hottest though too.
It is the hottest, yeah. I don't think it, like, on
I've
the
had to go for
palate,
water on that one twice.
Yeah.
It is drying. Yeah.
On the palate, ooh, it is dry. You're right about that. But on the palate, I don't think it drinks so hot, but it just, when it goes down your throat, like right in my chest right now, is burning. And
Getting that Kentucky hug.
Yeah, a little bit. That or heartburn, I don't know. But I think 2 drank hot on the palate, didn't bother me so much. Down here, this one didn't drink hot on the palate, but it's just like, I don't know, it's burning me up in the chest right now.
Yeah. That one's got better flavor though than 2.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's go some water here.
You guys can see I've been mixing and matching and dancing around here trying to figure out which one's my favorite.
Oh, so much nicer with a little bit of water.
Man, I'm torn, right? Because I love this flavor.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, I think Head and Shoulders, this Mighty Fine batch is.
Mighty Fine Batch knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it out of the park, right?
Their third release, just like the third release for Elijah Craig, knocked it out of the park. They do these seasonal releases. oddly enough, yeah, Booker does 4.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Don't know. If you know, tell us. But yeah, third batch crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed.
No, it's so good.
And then I think I'm with you. I think if I were doing some rankings, I think 3's the one.
Yeah. That's the one I would be going out. I mean, I may still go out and try to find another bottle.
You might as well.
Yeah.
And then 1 and 4 kind of fighting for that 2 spot.
Man, I just had a sip of both, and that's where I'm torn because I like the flavor profile on 4, that Storyteller's batch, but
Just kind of pecan pie notes.
yeah, I mean that creamy peanut butter,
Yeah.
Caramel peanut butter
Oh yeah.
on the palate there, right? But this cherry cola, on this Charlie's batch it's so damn good.
I might be all about this cherry cola with a little bit of with some peanuts dropped in there.
Mm-hmm.
Down at the local malt shop back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I were to rank these, right, I know we're not doing it blind, but it is what it is, right? Like, Storyteller batch is number 1 for me. Coming in first, I'd say this Charlie's batch is probably the second best for me. Then I go to Storyteller's batch. I mean, like I say, it's so close right there.
Yeah.
And then the last, I'd say, is that Apprentice batch. But, excellent pours. Excellent pours. I'm glad we got all these bottles this year. I was concerned that we weren't going to be able to find this one. I don't know about you guys, but here in North Carolina, these basically hit the shelves at the same time.
Oh Lord, we're rocking with these things. Yeah, they showed up all together.
Yeah, showed up all together.
They're still sitting there. So if you find them,
still sitting there out there. But like I was like, oh man, we missed the Mighty Fine batch.
No, we did not. We did not.
No, we didn't. They just decided to. North Carolina ABC decided to put it on the shelf as a package deal.
I walked right past the Storyteller's batch the other day, didn't purchase it. It was just there was 5 of them sitting on the shelf.
Right.
Like if I want it, I'll come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did Charlie's batch with a little bit of water. Honestly, like it without the water. Don't need this one cut. This is great. This is great.
Man, I guess that's the other thing about these products that we didn't talk about, right? Like, it's basically concentrate. I mean, don't be afraid of the proof, right? Like,
get after it.
I mean, get you a little water dropper, or or do this. Like, stick your water in the glass and drop it in there like that.
I think it'll definitely help
water
out.
it down to the proof that you like.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely help out with the Apprentice batch because it drinks hot, and then on this one, just because it is such a higher proof, it might not affect us as much, or it might affect you more or less. It doesn't matter. Throw a little water in there, experiment, see what you like the most.
Yeah, sure.
It's they're all great. I hate to provide zero controversy here, but yeah, I think I'm 3 Mighty Fine batch. 1 and 4 could flip flop for me. I am digging, really digging that cherry cola peanut that I completely forgot about from earlier this year. I might have to go Charlie's batch, then Storytellers, and then the Apprentice batch.
Yeah.
But in the end, 1 and 4, they could flip flop at any moment, depending on what I ate before I started drinking it.
Man,
they're both great.
You think Killa would be mad if we just moved this one on to the 2023 blind without him?
Yeah, I think he'd be pissed if we moved one of his own bottles onto the top 10 for 2023. But I think I don't think it is going to. Well, screw him. It was a 2-1 vote already. He's not here. He abstained. We have quorum, and we're moving Charlie's batch on, or not Charlie. Sorry, the Mighty Fine batch on to our top 10.
Indeed.
Love it.
Indeed.
You got anything else for the fine folks? The Booker's lovers, the Bean fans out there?
Hey, these products are $99 MSRP.
Yes.
I would not pay over $99 for any of these bottles.
No.
To include the Mighty Fine batch, right?
Yeah.
If you see either one of these on the shelf, these are probably gone at this point. But if you see the Mighty Fine batch or Storyteller's batch, man, don't hesitate to jump on it. Go get it.
Grab
it. And let us know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I say, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell this middle note flavor is on this Mighty Fine batch.
Yeah, so put it in the comments. Tell us what we're missing. Tell us we're idiots. We don't care. We know that already. But yeah, if you see them out on the shelves, any of the 4, grab them. They're all good. This is a super close race. I think we've done a couple of the other seasonal releases this year from a couple of other distilleries that has some kind of wide ranging. Like this one was clearly not good. This one was the best.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all super duper close. So get after it, enjoy them. Like and subscribe down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what else you want to see on the channel. We got some really cool stuff coming up, both on here and our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. So at the end of the day, have a happy new year and cheers.
Cheers.